New York's subway system has always been the city's artery and the heartbeat of the city. However, in this familiar underground world, there is a line that has been forgotten. That is the once bustling E79 line. Jeremy is an ordinary worker on the New York subway. His job is to keep the subway running and repaired. He always walked through the darkness of the night, with only the dim light of his flashlight lighting his way. Deep underground in this city, he always felt like he was exploring an ancient underground city, hiding countless secrets and unknowns. One night, Jeremy was tasked with checking out the abandoned E79 lines. When he walked into the long underground tunnel, he was surrounded only by the faint light from the subway line and the flashlight in his hand. The air in that tunnel was damp and cold, as if frozen in time, wrapped in a deep silence. He walked along the tracks, deeper and deeper, and then he began to hear subtle sounds, like someone crying. As he pushed forward, the sound became clearer and clearer, seeming to echo deep within him. The sound made his heart race, but he knew he had to keep going. Then he saw her, a little girl, sitting by the railroad tracks, crying alone. Her eyes were hollow and she wore shabby clothes, and she looked as if she came from a distant era. Jeremy froze with fear. He knew he was the only one here, but what he saw was a ghost that could not exist. But in his heart, the little girl looked so real. Her cries hurt his heart, and he knew he couldn't just leave. He tried to get closer to her, tried to comfort her, but when he tried to touch her, his hands went through her body. He looked at his hands, then at her, feeling endless fear and confusion. Over the next few days, Jeremy attempts to discover the identity of the ghost and her presence on this abandoned subway line. He discovered a story on the E79 line about a little girl who was lost in the 1940s. That girl was the ghost he saw on the subway line late at night. However, as Jeremy tries to unravel the mystery, he finds himself falling deeper into a deeper fear. Every night late at night, he would see the little girl and hear her crying. He began to doubt his own sanity and whether he had really seen the ghost.